So let's get this straight. Just because you're bossy doesn't mean you're an ENTJ. So you took an online test and you found out you were the commander. Well, I've got news for you. An ENTJ would never settle for being a commander. They're gonna be a general. Honestly though, ENTJ is one of those types that doesn't get mistyped too much. I guess ENTJs just give off really strong vibes that even robots can detect. But you might still not be one. So in this video, I have 5 reasons you aren't an ENTJ. I have an entire playlist of videos like this. If you want to help me pick what type to tell you you're not next, comment down below. So without further ado, let's go. You go with the flow. I've noticed there are 2 kinds of people in the world. People who want to control everything inside, like their minds and thoughts, and people who are scared by their insides, so they try to control everything externally. Because if you control everything on the external, you'll never have to go inward again. ENTJs fit the latter category. This type is obsessed with controlling everything in their physical world. They set goals, make plans, and put their entire life into a spreadsheet. If Excel isn't your most used application, you're probably not an ENTJ. One of the biggest tells for an ENTJ is that they always have some kind of plan going on. ENTJs are always trying to create new systems, and then they're always testing those systems to see which ones are the best systems for achieving their goals. They're kind of like mad scientists, but with habits. You aren't obsessed with goals. It's a pretty common stereotype of ENTJs that they're super ambitious. They get a job at McDonald's, climb the corporate ladder, and 6 months later, they're the CEO of Burger King. Didn't see that coming, did you? While you were playing tic-tac-toe, ENTJs were playing super chess. Most ENTJs are pretty ambitious, but they don't have to be. More mature ENTJs can look ahead of the corporate ladder and say they don't want to do that. After all, who needs a private jet and a penthouse? The problem is most ENTJs don't know what they want, so all they can do is set goals. They know they like those at least, so that's what they focus on. And because ENTJs don't know what they like, they're very influenced by culture. More specifically, all of those cat posters that tell them to shoot for the moon. Well, ENTJs can do that. You're an extrovert. Now hold on, ENTJs start with an E. How are they not extroverts? Well, just because your dominant function is extroverted doesn't mean you're a social butterfly. After all, ENTJs aim for the top, and it's lonely up there. Of all of the extroverts in Myers-Briggs, I think ENTJs are the least socially extroverted. They just don't have big interests in people. Sure, they find people useful in their rise to power, so they can be sociable, and some definitely are. But for the most part, ENTJs would rather work on their own. Sure, they do love to delegate anytime it makes sense, but they know there can only be one. You like repetition. ENTJs don't like to repeat themselves. So make sure you pay attention, or the second time, they won't say it so nicely. Now, ENTJs can see some value in repetition, and are more than willing to put up with it. Practice makes perfect after all. But they don't like it. To ENTJs, repetition is just a means to an end. Things like nostalgia and self-care routines are just not really things that ENTJs are going to enjoy. So, do you still think you're an ENTJ? Did you know that you can watch my next video for just a few bucks on my Patreon or Ko-fi? I've been posting there daily lately and been having a lot of fun, so make sure you check it out. Or you can watch my video explaining why you aren't an INTJ. Thank you guys so much for watching. Special thanks to my patrons and Ko-fiers, I guess. And I'll catch you guys all next time.